Mexico. It straddles the state line.
Oh.
Okay.
Why would we know this?
Anthony, Texas, and Anthony, New Mexico. Now on the map.
Now?
We'll ask you about it in 4 years.
There you go. And you have to remember it, okay? All right. Thanks, Sydney, for that very difficult fact. New horror film Imaginary. A woman returns to her childhood home and discovers the imaginary friend she left behind is actually very real and very unhealthy.
ATL Andy Bartoli is live at the movie premiere in Fairfax tonight. Look at.
Hey, you guys, I feel so scary about a tiny little brown teddy bear. Well, tonight we find out because we are at the premiere of Imaginary. It's a new Blumhouse Pictures terrifying film. Let's take a look.
How does it feel being back?
Good. I had such good memories here. Maybe my happy place can be our happy place.
Childcare. Chauncey says you're not allowed to play with us.
Oh.
Because you left. Maybe we should have played together. Chauncey. Maybe we should have been friends.
She's lost, but we're gonna find her.
Every culture has entities that tether to the young. We call them imaginary friends. You were always staying with your imaginary friend when the connection is severed. I was enraged.
How funny is that? I don't know if I can see it, but I'm gonna
Look at Jeff.
that guy's here live at the Carpet just opened.
How you doing, Jeff?
Great, good to see you.
Great news.
We got to start booking a lunch or something. Been too long.
Yeah, I know. I haven't been to the South Bay in so long, and I miss it. You know, I love the South Bay.
We need to go back to that Japanese spot. I love that place, Aiko.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, that's the last place we went to, right?
Yeah, work isn't that busy for me right now, so you tell me what works for you. We'll put it on the calendar.
Really, work's not busy for you?
Not quite as crazy as it was a little bit ago.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to lean on you guys today. Gulfstream, I don't know as much as you guys do about this track.
Let me try to get some more people in here.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I don't know you betting that Gulfstream that much.
I'm not a huge fan of the all-weather.
Well, I mean, they don't always run on that.
No, you're right. I mean, in the late pick 5, there's no all-weather. So I'm going to play the late pick 5. I just want to pick everyone's brain here.
I know Michael is the most prepared right now.
Nice. I mean, I went through it. Because I don't know a lot of the horses, you know. I'll introduce you to Teddy. Teddy, come here. Say hi to Uncle Gabe. Come on.
Who's that?
Teddy.
Oh yeah, Teddy. What's up, my man? He's bigger than you.
Yeah. 65-pound lap dog.
Oh, now they want to join right when I leave. Okay. Michael, you're the most prepared right now, aren't you? Have you been working on this for a month?
A couple days now. Hope to be ready.
Hey, Michael, thanks for trying to help me out last week, but I found an easier way. I went through my brother in Indiana and got an account set up that way, so I appreciate your help.
Oh, no problem. Cool. Yeah, I just finalized my picks for this pick six sequence at Gulfstream.
You have a single?
Actually, no. Too deep in a few legs flirting, but I have no strong single. If I were to single, it would probably be just FYI, but I'll let the board kind of tell me how I'm going to play that race.
And I think just FYI gets beat. I think Leslie's Rose's My Oaks horses. She even shows up a little bit in this race.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and then it's the favorite and the second favorite. So I want to do definitely look at the board, see how like I use one of an A and then one of a B.
In that race, the horse, I mean, just FYI, obviously, you got to use, well, I mean, you have to do anything, but I was interested at who could Mo. I thought that horse was a little interesting to me.
What race
Yeah,
are we
it's one of
starting?
those. We're starting with the start of the pick six, the Philly race.
The 9th, right?
Yeah, the Devona Dale.
Are you guys already talking about it?
But we were just
Yeah,
chatting.
What race you guys talking about?
the Devona Dale. It's yeah, that's it. We're just seeing how we're talking about how maybe we'd structure a ticket. No, just FYI, it's going to be a fairly short price. I want to see how Leslie Rose is bet. Because I flirt with using both of those, but I don't want to get too crazy.
Sunshine State of Bass, whoever you are.
Hello?
Hi, Sunshine
Yeah.
State of Bass.
That's Bobby Cafiero.
Oh, Bobby Cafiero, what's up, man? You
What's
finally
up, man?
made it.
Yeah.
Oh boy, we got the heavyweights in right now, man. Michael, Jeff, shoot.
Yeah,
We could
and
get
the
this
rookie.
started right now with this going on, Jack. Well, we're gonna start with the Devona Dale.
Okay.
Right now. All right. So, what do we like? I know there's a big favorite, right? The 3. It's gonna be like 1 to 2.
3 to
hope
5,
so.
maybe.
The 2. I'm going to single the 2, and the reason is just FYI is just starting her campaign. Leslie's Rose to me, the last race she ran was eye popping to me as the race Nisos ran. Just my opinion.
No, I respect that. 8 was very wide. Had the 8 path.
Wow.
I didn't love her last race, but it's probably okay in that she didn't look like she was trying too hard. But I don't know how I feel about that one. I think if just FYI improves a little, she's the horse to beat. But Leslie Rose could win. I could definitely use the horse.
Yeah, that 2. I don't know. Buyer bettors are going to like the 2 over the 3. Look at those. I mean, even though the 3 was a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, the class edge on the 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clearly the class play is the 3.
I will say something about these big days at Gulfstream. You know, Irad, he flexes his muscles on these days.
I was just about to say that same thing.
The tip.
Just,
I'm tired of giving my money.
I don't have no money.
The 4 horses going to the lead.
Yeah, and that one interested me a little bit. The one I guess Fiona's Magic is the one I'll talk about. That was the price play I could kind of see here. It's a horse that's kind of been proven, good numbers. It's going to get a favorable trip over. She's going to have a favorable trip over this track. So I could definitely see that. Even though just FYI and Leslie's Rose, I could see tucking behind her, but I could definitely make a case for that one maybe.
Mm-hmm.
This Into Champagne looks a little interesting. Not maybe to win, but to be in exactas and trifectas.
I completely agree with that, Gabe. That's one I have on the play here circle.
I mean, the horse has been very professional. I like horses that could lay off the pace and then stalk and eat them up.
Yep. That
That's
one.
like a lot of speeder.
Yeah, that's why I gravitated towards who could ask FOMO. I feel like that's the closer in the group, and was interesting to me. I don't have the odds, but I was hoping that one you could get 6 to 8 to 1 on.
12 to 1 morning line. I purposely didn't use the one with the morning line. Maybe that could, see how we do without the morning line.
Yeah, I never handicap with the morning line. You know me, I'm early in the week guy.
Yeah.
So I'm probably
I rather typically sit off though with the one's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Irad's horse has speed, his style, he's gonna sit right in that pocket anyway. And then just FYI, will be coming closing too. He can rate as well. Those two are the class of the field, in my opinion, with all the speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 1 and the 4 are going to go to the lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably kill each other.
I guess maybe if you're playing this horizontally, you could use something like Just FYI or Leslie's Rose. Choose one of them to use as an A. I would maybe use Just FYI as an A, and then as a B, you could use Leslie's Rose, maybe Queen's Martini, and Into Champagne, or Fiona's Magic if you like any of those to kind of upset the apple cart.
Yeah. Me personally, I think Just FYI is the A horse, and Leslie Rose is the B horse.
Yeah.
I agree. And as a B, you could put other long shots maybe if you want to try to get spicier, if you have stronger opinions later.
The 1 and the 4, they're not gonna win this race, I don't think, with the speed.
No.
The 5 horse, I don't think he's good enough. Just Tampa Bay horse.
I
Queen
wouldn't count the 6
Martini.
out.
What do we think about Queen Martini? Just to go over everybody.
I like this horse. I wouldn't count her out.
You never toss Sayers.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Not there.
Proven without Lasix too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes we overthink things. I'm thinking, and how just FYI, this horse is fully cranked for this race. You think?
No.
That's another thing.
There's no way.
I try not to read too much in if they're cranked or not. I just, I try not. Just like I don't read into the jockey game too much. I just try to let them. I try to see if I can project improvement or not, or see if she can still get it done even without being fully cranked.
Jeff, are you saying FYI is vulnerable in here?
I wouldn't say that, but I just know that the horse is not. They're just not going to have the horse fully cranked because they're trying to get the fill to the Oaks, and she's already in the right now. So Bill Mott,
I agree with that 100%.
Cranked, but the way I look at it is the horse can probably win at 80 to 90%. I mean, just the way I see it. So unless there's a big workout, like someone's tipping their hand here in the workouts, I might just be tempted to single just FYI, and then some of the other ones you guys talked about use as Bs, but it's kind of I don't feel the same way that I did last week with
Timberlake.
Yeah, with Timberlake. I mean, that one to me was just a slam dunk, but this horse has the same class line.
Yeah. I don't know. This 2 horse though, man. I'm with Jack. I think this 2 horses could be something.
Well, the start in January, I think, definitely helps, as opposed to the FYI coming from November.
Sure. And the mile is going to be to her favor, I think.
Yeah, she wants to go longer than she's been going. 2 sprints to a route. Irad. I mean, yeah, I can't get past these 2.
Yeah, I think we all pretty much agree. I mean, even Mike, you pretty much agree, right? It's like 3 or 2, 2 or 3, right, Mike?
Yeah, I would lean on the 3 more, and then I would use the 2 as a B, maybe with a couple of those longer prices we talked about, like the 6 or the 8.
I mean, because we're having horizontal and vertical wagering
Right.
discussions here.
Right. So if we're vertically, I would keep probably the 3 on top, or go 2-3 with 2-3, or go 2-3 with 2 like 2-3-8 with with 2-3-7-8-4. A few of those, yeah. I would play a try.
Yeah, I would use Jeff's 5 for third at least. Uncle Mo, closer, might be the best closer. He has a good time for him rating too.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, that's the one that I'm going to key for underneath.
Jose and Shug, can't go wrong there.
Yep.
And I'm going to check something out on that horse real quick. Midnight Bell. Wasn't Midnight Bell a good horse? I'm going to look it up right now. Oh, no. Well, she only ran a few times.
The best broodmares are horses that are bred regally and run very little. Those are usually the best broodmares. So.
Midnight Bell only ran twice. She must have got hurt. But nonetheless, all right. Well, I think we got a pretty good grasp on this race. All right. Are we on race 10? You guys see race 10?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Rosario's Prayer. That's a funny name. Is those of us who know how Rosario rides.
He's never ridden the horse, so.
I know, because he knows the joke's on him.
He won't get on principle alone.
Right, exactly. Principle alone.
So my top pick here would actually be the 7-horse Cairo Consort, stretching out a little for Todd Fletcher. This horse has really liked the track the last couple of years. He's been running here, and usually always shows up with the effort. Closes from kind of far out of it. Might be a little closer stretching out. I think this horse is the one I would call.
Third off a layoff.
Yeah, other ones I would use would be maybe Sister Luann, our Callie Kim, and Anatolian as B's, or maybe I would use like the Sister Luann and Cairo Consort.
About 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm all on Sister Luann.
Yeah, I would.
There's
I'd use
something
those
interesting
two
I
of
found in this race. There's no speed except for 2 horses, and they're both trained by Safi Joseph Jr., and one of them is Sister Luann. I don't see them knocking
like that
heads
too.
on the turf at Gulfstream. It plays for speed. We saw that today with Saez in that one race. I think 5 could wire. I think 7's coming, and it comes between those 2 horses. I think our Callie Kim's going to be too far back for with no speed in this race. So I'm between 5 and 7.
5 is a major contender. The 5 is a major contender. I'm with you there.
Yeah. There's no speed in this race. The only other speed is from the same barn.
Oh, okay, now, same barn. This is something I've learned even recently. That when you have a trainer who's got the same barn, I learned this from a trainer who told me this. Val Brinkeroff told me this. He says it's good handicapping. I don't know if you guys ever look at this, but you see, this is a great example. Safi Joseph's got 2 horses in here, right? Which owner does he want to win for more? I would say Kenneth Ramsey, right?
Yeah, because he doesn't pay his bills.
Yeah, exactly. He probably wants Kenneth Ramsey to win more than the other guy. Just like when Peter Miller has 2 horses, he always wants that one owner to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm
telling you by putting Jose on him.
Yeah, he puts Jose on him, which in my opinion is one of the best rating speed jockeys in the whole world. And I'm thinking the 9 might take back. How many times have we seen it when 2 trainers have the same horse? One horse takes back a little bit.
If that happens, then it's over.
This 5 is a major contender off the Ramsey being the owner. Safi, this horse is staying home while others are traveling in this race. So I'm with you. I think the 5 is a major contender. Probably be on the lead by itself because there's no speed in this race.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. And the only one I think Cairo Consort sits right behind them, and it's those 2 at the end of the race.
Gabe, is the 5 a single?
It might be.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking that too.
I have other singles that I like later, so I probably would use 7 as well, especially if Irad's on a roll
The
that
5
day.
and 7.
Yeah, I can't get past
Okay.
those two. I just think 10 will be way too far back with no speed in this race at Gulfstream, which plays extremely fast on the turf.
I had the 8 on top. I feel like that horse is a distance horse. Obviously,
Miss Yearwood?
didn't like the all weather. Yep. And I think the form stacks up quite well against these. And the horse doesn't get that far out of it. It's got a great late pace figure. But if you look at, some of the other races, the horse is usually not in the clouds or anything. My concern there is just the Gulfstream form is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my concern. But
But if
I
the
mean,
Fox,
there might be excuses for those 2 bad races, though. I mean,
so I was gonna use that horse, but I just the problem I had with a lot of these horses is I kind of with a funny distance like this, I look at horses that I think can get the distance, but Gulfstream Turf plays differently than a lot of other tracks. So I thought the 10 was a must use because that horse is won at the distance. It's got proven form at Gulfstream, and then the 8 to me was also interesting. But what's the price on the 8?
I believe 12 to 1. Let me look. 8 to 1.
Okay. Yeah, I thought fair value was like 10 to 1 on that horse.
Jeff, what
God,
do you think fair value on the 10 is? Because I'm kind of like the 10 a little bit too.
I mean, I thought the 10 was going to be the favorite.
The 10, I like the 10, but you're
the
right.
10 probably
She's
will be
gonna
the
be up
favorite.
against it. She's going to be up against it from a pace standpoint.
But I'm with you guys. If the 5, is low in speed, then that's the value in the race, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm glad we had this conversation because I'm now going to use that horse. But I'm going to be a little bit spready in here.
Now, how bad is the post for the 10? Is it bad?
I wouldn't say that if they're going to come from way out of it anyway. I mean, it's
I'm
three
just
turns.
looking-
It's 3 turns around the turf, so it just drops to the back and rides the rail and makes their
Is that
move.
what he's going to do?
Yeah, I mean, I
Most
trust.
likely, especially from 10, definitely not going to try to wind up going 5, 6 wide around the first turn.
That first turn comes kind of quickly, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 10's got to drop back and just sit on the rail and just make their move way later.
Yeah, he's just going to drop back.
Could be up against it from a pace perspective, but I do trust Tyler in races like this.
Yeah.
I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and they all look like immediate throwouts to me. I don't know if anybody liked any of those 1, 2, 3, 4, but I don't.
Highland Grace has a shot.
I don't know.
That would be.
I know this horse pretty well. I had this horse on July 4th. I also had him when he broke its maiden. I mean, I don't think he beat much in those races.
Yeah. I mean, it has the back class to go back to, but the pace is going to probably hurt him. It's still a nice horse. Of those
definitely
first
the best
4
out of these
anyway. The
top
other 3 are
4.
throwouts.
Yeah, but definitely the best out of the top 4.
Yeah, I can't get past the 5 and the 7.
Nobody. Oops. How about Saez? Anybody like Saez in here? The 6.
I thought that horse was interesting a little bit.
Yeah, that was one of my B's I mentioned, Anatolia.
Yeah. Again, it's another one that's going to get hurt by the pace. I just don't see any, except for the 5.
God, I got this feeling about the 7 in here. And remember me after it happens. I have a feeling the 7's going to get in a little bit of trouble, and it's going to be flying late and just miss.
And be an Ortiz.
Yeah, one of those Irad Ortiz where he just misrides.
Yeah, unless Jose pulls back for him.
So it might be a 5-7. You know, your 8 horse, man. How good are these races at Churchill Downs? That's what I want to know.
I mean, they were good horses. Just the turf course there has
What kind
been.
of shape is the turf in?
Yeah. It's been. They're either horses that like it or they don't. And obviously, this is one of the horses that liked it. But I don't know. I thought this horse is going to be a big price, so that's why I wanted to use it.
I mean, one thing I got to say about the 7, maybe I'll take that back on the 7. The 7 is, if you look at this race, the 7 is major class edge, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike, 7's major class edge, right?
Yeah, and he's kind of
How do you-
proven over. She's proven over the track. Yeah, I think she's gonna not mind extra distance.
Well, stretching out, she should be closer. These fractions are pretty quick on some of these. A mile
Exactly
16,
right.
22, and 47.
Exactly right.
Yeah, maybe.
She was three lengths behind Didia, who would be like 1 to 5 in this race.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Didia
why I'm
would be a
between
stone
5
cold.
and 7.
Oh, you got
Lone Speed and the best horse.
Yep.
There's actually a horse later in the sequence that came out of that Didia race that Pegasus still in their turf that we'll talk about later that I love. So we'll get to that horse later. I'm sure I tipped my hand.
Okay, I'm with you guys. I'm thinking, if you're gonna mess around, like with superfectas or trifectas, I might go like 5, 7, put the 8, put the 10 in there. Mix
The
those
10 will
guys
wind
up.
up in there somewhere.
I think Jeff's 8 is a kind of a sneaky one in here. I kind of like your 8, Jeff.
Thanks.
Are you there, Jeff?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think your 8's got a shot, proven at the distance. I mean, I don't know if it'll win, but because it's kind of asking a lot from a pace standpoint. But the 8 will be coming. I think the 8 will be coming. So 5, 7, 8, 10. I think the 10 might be that horse that I was talking about where it'll be coming late and probably not get there in time. This horse was up for a claim 5 races ago. You could have, Jeff. You could have bought this horse for $32,000, man. That's you have $32,000 in your couch.
Stop.
Oh man, look at the 8 for 14. All right, so I think we got that race figured out.
I agree.
I like that. So somebody come up with something in this 11th race. Who do we like? Michael, you always start us off good. You there,
Yeah,
Mike?
here I have some opinions. Yeah, well, first up, we have to talk about the one Castle Chaos as a scratch. Opting a run at Aqueduct, yes.
Oh, that's a major scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So I lean on the 5 and the 4 here. Tumbarumba, who I had last time at 8 o'clock at 8 to 1. Then I hit that big 6 on Pegasus Day, and then Ilmira Solo, who comes out of the Pegasus where he's up against it, cutting back. So I would lean with the 5 and 4. Those would be my A's here, and then I would use maybe horses like the 2 and the 3 with Steel Sunshine as like D's.
Yeah, I mean, Michael, I'm with you, but don't you think if you liked Tumbarumba, and I was on that horse too, but I felt very, very fortunate to beat the 3 Steel Sunshine that day. I feel like, I mean, that horse just got completely left at the break and was much the best that race and just could not get up for Paco. So
I disagree about the horse being much the best. I mean, the horse did get trouble, slide in and a little bit, but it was coming. But I think that's just how the horse runs. That could have been the time to have the horse. He was a big paw bet down that day, so usually that's the time to have him.
Okay.
I'd take a small shot here, but I'd use the horse defensively. But I don't know if the horse is much the best. I would use 5-4.
Okay. I mean, the horse had to weave through traffic through the lane too. I mean, I felt very fortunate to get Tumbarumba home that day, but
I was fortunate because I didn't have the 3 anywhere. So when the 3 got absolutely at the Crocus trip, it was really good for me.
I was watching with a friend. We were both singled to other horses. I had the Tumbarumba single and he had Steel Sunshine.
Oh man.
But I'm with you. I think this is a key race. You kind of have to make a decision. What do you guys think of Gilmore?
I'm done with him. I've kind of signed my divorce papers with Gilmore.
Okay.
Well, I was going to ask the same thing. I kind of thought it was an interesting horse too, but if anybody's signing divorce papers over it, I'm done with that.
I feel like this horse had a ton
Is it
of,
worth it? Is it worth a use in the multi race wagers?
I mean, if you go off the every other race theory, it's 7th by 10, then it's second, then 7th by 10, then it's first, and 4th by 14, then it's 3rd by 2. if you go by that pattern, then it's due for a good one.
Happy Gilmore, let's go.
He's his last race. He just did no running for me.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't make up any ground. The pace was fairly quick in that race. Hajazi set a quick one. There was no close. He didn't get the setup, and this is a shorter field. I can't see Gilmore closing up for the win. I could see Gilmore hitting the board. Winning would be very tough. It seems like the horse has kind of fallen out of that form we saw at the beginning of last year when he was running against Fort Bragg and whatnot at the Belmonts and the Churchill undercard races.
yeah, if you're on that horse, you just have to cross out the last race. There's no way you could be on him if you looked at that race.
Yeah.
So it seems
And the
like
other
you guys
bad
have narrowed it down to
performance
3, 4, 5.
I wouldn't toss the 2. There's a lot of back class.
Yeah, which the one that's interesting? The back class is there. Is it a turf horse? Is it a dirt horse? Todd Fletcher. It's a expensive purchase. It's Irad Ortiz Jr. The horse is going to take money. Yeah. So you're going to have formulate an opinion about this one. I would use this one kind of defensively with Steel Sunshine. I wouldn't use it as an A just because I know the horse is going to eat money and not be fair value. And I don't think he's the most likely winner in the race, especially with the 4 and the 5 in here, as I think likely winners.
What's the morning line on Tumbarumba?
I think he's your favorite.
8 to 5.
8 to 1 last time, 8 to 5 this time.
Yeah, 3 straight triple digit speed figures on Brisnet.
It started. I think this is a tough race, guys. You guys are.
Yeah.
I think the 3 could win also.
Yeah, this is the race you kind of have to shorten up and formulate an opinion. Ulster ticket's just going to be kind of washy because all the horses in here are pretty much going to be chalk that we talked about 2, 3, 4, 5. So unless you like another one that's not 2, 3, 4, 5, you have to shorten it up because you can't use 4 chalk horses that are all going to be like 2 to 1, 4 to 1, 3 to 2, 5 to 2.
Field.
Yeah, this is a tough one. You could toss the Pegasus for Il Marcolo. Everything else looks really good. He was way over his head there.
Yeah, he's an improving type. He's been getting better. He's obviously a 4-year-old facing some older horses. That win at Parks was good. He was pretty green last year in some of his races. He was always really in top. They put him in top in these races like Gulfstream Elite Reps last year. But he would definitely be one for me. Cutting back, I like him cutting back. So I would use 5-4 as the 8. That's definitely why I like him.
Yeah.
Jeff, what are you doing in here?
I mean, my top pick was Steel Sunshine, just because of the reasons we talked about before. And I'm going to use Tumbarumba because, to me, as I said, I didn't see much separating them last race when you looked at the trips. And then I couldn't decide if I was going to add either Witt or Gilmore. I feel like how Michael felt about Gilmore with Il Miracolo. I was kind of done with him. I think I've been on him on every race he's lost in his last 5 races. So if he wins now.
Yeah. In all fairness, I've never bet Il Miracolo before. Really, this will be the first time he's kind of on my ticket. So I that's why I'm doing. I think he's in the right spot. He's taking a big class drop, and I like the distance cut back. So yeah, Gilmore was running against this level and better, but it's just the form just seems to be tailing off in a wicked way, and he's
Mhm.
going to be up against it. He's going to be in that bad part of the track. He's going to be kind of back, even if he sits kind of tactically. He has not proved to be his have that leg kick that he needs to possess to win.
Yeah, and I think you're right with like the running style at Gulfstream. This 1 turn mile probably doesn't do him any favors.
Anybody like the 4?
Well, that's El Miracola, right?
Maricola.
hmm
Yeah.
Major
so,
contender.
Yeah, I said 4-5. Right, like this.
It's tough race, man. 2, 3, 4, 5.
5's my
Four
top
horses.
choice. 5 and 2 are probably my top choices. I mean, 5 and 3. Sorry.
Paco's riding so good now.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. God. I'm willing to go against Gilmore. I'd throw Gilmore out. Brandon
Yeah.
Walsh barn isn't doing too good. This horse, I don't know. 3 races in a row hasn't looked very good.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with Wit. When you look at the breeding Practical Joke, why are they running him on turf all those times?
Yeah, this one worries me a little. I don't
He's
know
doing good on turf for a while. Second, first, second, third, first 4, all in graded stakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And a couple
weird.
of bad ones, though, bringing him back to where it probably should be. And
I mean,
aside that, I mean, you also have the case that the early part of the card, he whips off 4 races and he's red hot. Those kind of days, he winds up with 7.
yeah, it's weird because he lost the Woody Stevens to Jack Christopher, which is no slouch, and then immediately they put him into turf. It's flexing.
Yeah, he's got races back there. With this race, you kind of have to choose 2 or 3 of the horses we spoke about to play if you're going to play horizontally, because you can't use all 4. So like 2, 3, 4, 5, you got to pick 2 of those, or maybe 3 of those if you can shorten up later.
Okay, that was helpful.
Yeah, this is a tough one, man. I hate this horse. I hope there's another scratch. That's what I'm hoping. All right, what do we got? Canadian turf.
I hope this is where you had an opinion, Jeff. I thought the next race was impossible.
This is where my opinion comes from that I alluded to a little bit earlier with the Didier race, I believe. I'm going to go to... Oh, sorry, next race. But I like Emmanuel. I do lean on the number 3 horse, Emmanuel. I went 3, 6, 10 here, or 3, 5, 10. I'm flirting with throwing a tone out just because I don't like the price. So I would use like the 3 and the 10 as A's and like the 5 and 6 as B's. That's kind of maybe how I'll approach the race.
I had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. I can't go that deep.
No, you definitely have to cut a couple of those out unless you're singling, unless you have 2 or 3 singles.
No, I just thought it was a hard race. And like I said, I'm a novice to this, but I thought this race was really difficult.
It is and it isn't. Emmanuel looks like the best for sure. But here we are with another Gulfstream turf race with not much speed in it, and there's the one who you know is going to go. So
yeah,
it's
once you
either
get past
use everybody or I'm using 3 and 1.
Damn
Got
one.
to take a stand in this one somewhere.
the 3 is probably a win bet or a press here for me. I just think he's the best horse, probably the most likely win.
Yeah.
I didn't have a big, but I was only used 2, 3, 5 in here.
Yeah, Siege of Boston, the 5 horse. I guess we can go to him. He's one of the ones I liked I liked him at a price for sure. He's you get I think it's Jimmy Toner and Jorge Ruiz. Those are good connections. Really, I like them more on this distance on the turf. The horse seems to be running speed figures that make him competitive. He's a good price. And another one that I will want to add to that is the 10 horse Ice Chalk a lot. Irad Ortiz leaves that horse to, of course, ride a manual for Todd Fletcher and the owners that he always rides for. But I think Ice Chocolat deserves a big look. That last race was good. The horse seems to be in great form, improving. Does well at this kind of level of turf. Has to step up a little, but gets Luis Saez. I think the horse is one to definitely consider at that price.
Yeah. The reason I like the 5 is just I think it's a massive jockey grade. I mean, a couple of those races that he lost, the Kentucky Downs race, the Churchill race, and the Tampa race. If Jose was on that horse, he probably wins at least one of those. I've been on this. I've watched a lot of this horse's races, and he just needs the right ride. That's why I want to use him now, jockey upgrade. But then, for me, if I were to add one more, it would definitely be Ice Chocolate.
Yeah, I think Ice Chocolate's got a big chance in this race.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, Jose Ortiz is on the 5. Yeah, I for Jimmy Toner, I thought it was Jorge Ruiz. He's on Napoleonic War. Got it. But yes, Jose, I do like the 5.
Yeah, it's just because the jockey. I mean, I thought he was going to get there in a couple of those races.
On the floor.
So do we all kind of agree here? Because it sounds like we agree that the 6 horse of Tone is maybe a favorite to play against here.
Yeah, I wouldn't use him.
Oh yeah, no, not for me.
Oh, okay, good. I kind of had that thought too. That's good.
The favorite's going to be Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tone's a second choice, so maybe he's a bad favorite to kind of throw out. But yeah, Manuel's a good favorite, a Tone bad favorite.
I think. Oh yeah, they got a Tone at 5-2. I think that's a bad morning line.
I mean,
from what I see, he'll go up because no one likes him.
I think he'll be like 7-2, 4-1.
He just doesn't like to win.
He doesn't like to win.
Yeah, people will
Paco
bet him
does.
because he has races going far back from last year at Gulfstream that make him really competitive.
Yeah.
That race on Pegasus Day, obviously those races all win this one, but his form is really muddied up and buried, so it's really tough to get him on recent form, even though he likes the track.
I mean, look at that race 2 back where he was 2-5 favorite. Couldn't even win that race. Where's this horse's winning spirit?
Yeah, I've burned enough money on him that I'm passing.
Yeah, his winning spirit's probably somewhere in 2023. Way back.
I mean, what's the odds on Turf King?
Oh my God!
Or
Wait, before let me interrupt.
Chad Brown 8-1.
I'd much rather play him than a Tone.
Wait, who did you mention, Jeff?
Turf King.
Can I show you guys something? Is everybody, Jack? Are you listening?
You bet I am.
Look, I just saw something on this Tone that's insane. I wonder if anybody else noticed it. Look at the jockey. Look at the jockeys that ride this horse. Musical chairs.
Yeah.
And musical chair jockey horses never win. Every time this horse has a different jockey.
Yeah. Probably a head case.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, all right, a second, but that's starting next month.
That is something you do not see very often with like grade 1, grade 2 horses like this. That is insane. Okay, so are we all agreeing? I mean, we all agree the 3's a major contender. Nobody mentioned the 2, who I think's got a big shot. Nobody likes the 2 at all in here. I mean,
I did. I said I'm 2, 3, 5.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. So you and I are the only ones that kind of like the 2. I mean, I don't know if the 2's like an A, but I think the 2 always tries.
He's always in the right spot, and JV knows this horse really well. Look at how many times JV has
Exactly.
I think he's there.
Yeah, I think the 2's a major contender in here. I know you guys said this was a tough race. I think it was Jack.
Yes, sir.
You know what, Jack? I think if you go 2-3-10 in this race, you'll get through it.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I really think 2-3-10 gets you through this race. And the race before the 11th race, I literally think, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I don't want to go 4 deep in a 7-horse race because that's bad value. But this race, I think 3 deep and we could get through it.
Okay.
Love your opinion.
Let's try.
Value. It makes sense to me. So thanks.
All right, now in the next race, Michael loves somebody.
Hit me, Michael.
Okay, so this was the race I had my opinion in. It's not a creative one, but I'm going to the horse that comes out of that Didier race. I'm going to go to the number, I think number 7, Chili Flag.
6. Yeah, that's where I am
6,
too.
yeah, 6 Chili Flag. I liked this horse as maybe an underneath place for the superfecta and 4th last time. Didn't do really a lot of running, but before that one off the Lasix, I think this horse is pretty talented for Chad Brown. She's owned by Madacat Stables. I guess Irad Ortiz aboard, so definitely going to be your favorite here, but definitely one I want to use and don't want to get beaten with. The other horses I kind of paired with her are the horse to her outside, the other flag horse for the flag. Again, talking about Jimmy Toner and now Luis Saez riding. That would be my B along with the number 5 on. So those were my early picks here, and then there was one other one that I do think will take some money. I forgot which one it was here. There's another one that I was interested in.
I want to eat.
Let me check. It was no, I those were the 3 I liked. You know what? I was pretty strongly. I'm probably going to use 6. It's the 6 I do agree is the most likely with. 5 and 7 would be the horses I would use with though.
Yeah, I like 6, 3, and 7.
I think Gabe fell off. Is he there?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Who do you like, Gabe?
Maybe
This is one of the races I didn't look at too much, but off the top of my head, I mean, I think this is a tough race. You guys are narrowing it down to 3 horses. God, this is another race where I'm thinking.
I looked at the 11 ancient piece for the breeding. I don't know if that one pops to you, Gabe.
The 11?
Yeah, that horse is kind of an honest type. I ultimately think it's maybe more of an underneath play. That's why I landed with 5, 6, 7.
I like the second off the layoff in the workouts. Brian Lynch, 30%. He's on fire.
Loses Lasix.
Yeah, that's a.
What about the 3?
I hate.
I was 6-3 in here. Those are the only 2 I was going to use, but I might use.
Ooh, 6. Boy, 2 horses in here.
Yeah, I was just going to go 6-3.
And who's the 6 Chili Flag?
Yeah, I'm 6, 3, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 7's
5,
going
6,
to the
7.
lead, right?
Yeah, it's Louis on the lead at Gulfstream. You have to use that on the turf.
7's Irad. 6. Yeah, the other or so 7's Louis size. 6 is Irad. Yeah. I'm getting
Yeah.
confused.
Well, 7's
9 has some speed too, but being drawn outside, I think 7's going to get the jump for sure. Being drawn inside.
The only other one I thought was interesting. What's the price on Mohawk Trail? The 8.
20. Ooh, 20 to 1. With a 0 and 23 trainer.
I think I'm going to put that horse underneath.
I don't know if you. That's funny. Yeah, that's probably. Why not, right?
I mean, it won a grade 3 at Woodbine at the distance. Wow. Right? Yeah.
That's true. This Chili Flag. Look at Chad Brown, 9%. That worry anybody?
If it was like a Wednesday card, yeah, but it's like a big day. You know what I mean?
Cat Brown on turf with Irad.
It's like toss at your own peril.
I might
You have
toss
to
the
throw him
horse.
until he doesn't beat you, right?
I might toss this horse. I mean, not if you and I did something together, but like on my own.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're looking for value, I mean, you're getting a horse that was 27-1 last time. It's going to be the favorite.
Yeah, 27-1 last time. I don't know about this horse. I'm kind of against that.
I do like the 7 that you guys brought up. I think I'm going to use that on my A line now.
I think you got to use the 7 because he's going to have the lead. Probably turning into the stretch, and I really like the breeding too. Uncle Mo, Mile on the Turf.
Yeah.
I just can't go any deeper than that because I had to have a couple legs in here that I had an opinion on in order to keep my ticket reasonable.
Yeah, that's where I was on the last one, pretty much taking a stand with Emmanuel and throwing. I mean, there was 7 horses in that race that I like, so you got to take stands somewhere.
Sure. So, what do you guys like in the Fountain of Youth?
All right.
I see a ton of speed, setting up beautifully for Dornock if he could come off the layoff. I mean, not Dornock, sorry, locked. The only concern with there is the Sam F. Davis and the fever, and if he's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's ready to go, it's his race to lose. There's tons of speed. I mean, 1 and 3.
I had a strong opinion here, actually. I think I'm playing very heavily against Lock. I think that I think I'll only be using Dornock and Speakeasy to make it through the race.
I'm going to play 1-3-5. I play against Lock too.
Yeah, I think 1-5 are the 2 horses I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be tossing out Lock. So I'm only going to be too deep on everything here to close.
Dornock can sit back, and he's in good shape. That's for sure. I know 1 and 3 are going to be flying. Pace should be pretty hot. 1 is interesting.
Yeah, 1 ran a great race last time. Could not believe you got 8-1 in that horse.
Yeah, does he bounce or move forward? I guess that's the question, right?
I'll have to watch a couple of his workouts. I haven't yet.
I mean, I think that'll be my big one bet of the day.
Yeah, I mean, Windstar, Pletcher, that one's going to be on my tickets as well.
We got to use the 1, right?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The 3 was the one with all the hype. The 3 was, the chalk in that last race. And Irad at 8-1, just schooled Luis on that horse. He rode that horse extremely well and shut him off in the lane. And then that horse kind of gave up. So to me, I can't play the 3 if I'm going to use the 1.
Yeah. One thing I will say about the 1 horse is that reason I like this horse so much is if you're using a lot of that last number was huge. Obviously the buyer was big, triple digit buyer on debut. Todd Pletcher, Windstar Farms, Irad Ortiz, and it got a 7 on rag sheets. I mean, these are really big numbers for a first-time starter.
Yeah.
Horse takes any step forward, this could be an easy winner. It has to come on Lasix and step up, but if the horse can, the horse is not one I want to beat with. And I think Dornock's the most likely winner. So if I use those 2, I feel pretty good about fading Lock. Lock is going to have to come from way back, which is a style that on this type of track can get you into trouble.
Yeah, I'm with you, Adam.
Forte won this race that way last year. I don't know if Lock is Forte, but there's a lot of speed here. If Lock is ready to go, he's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, didn't Forte stay pretty close to the pace last year?
Who goes favorite though, Lock or Dornock?
Dornock.
Probably Dornock.
Yeah, I agree. Because of Sierra
Mage's brother, the whole.
Yeah. Sierra Leone came back. That Remsen was super live.
Yeah.
Forte, to going back to that question, I don't know how. I think he was pretty far back. He was definitely pretty far back.
Oh yeah.
So I would agree. If Forbrag set those fast fractions last time for Bob Baffert stretching out, so
That's true. That's true.
I'm with you. I don't like closers at 1.16 miles at Gulfstream.
Yeah, you got the short stretch.
Very tough proposition for me.
I just don't like locked. I mean, I think if now I'm going to take a stab against him, it's going to be today. I think Dornock's the most likely winner, and I think if Speakeasy takes any slight step forward and can run without the Lasix, it's going to be a monster.
Then again, look at the Breeders' Cup Futurity. It was at Keeneland, which also has the short stretch, and he closed there.
Yeah, but that race didn't. I mean, that wasn't
on there.
that much quality in there. I mean, the second best horse was the Wine Steward in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to be careful with these horses going from 2 to 3 years old and coming back.
Can I ask
they
a
can
general?
bounce.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we saw it in the Holy Bull. Fierceness didn't show up.
Can I ask a
Off the
general
same
question?
level, yeah.
And this comes off my upbringing. I was a competitive swim coach all my life. When I know I trained my athletes to get to where the ultimate goal was. And you see some horses like Dornock here, and we talked about the first race. These are just starting points for these horses. Where do they really stand? Is that a fair? I mean, can I use that comparison, or is it not fair?
It is, but if you say that about Dornock, then you got to say it about Locke, and then you got to say it about Speakeasy. So then, I mean, then at that point, it's like who in here is this the ultimate goal for? And then you point to the long shots that maybe this is their ultimate race. This is a big race for them. They're not going to necessarily be in the Derby gate. And then you have to start making a case for some 20-1 shots and some 30-1 shots. And then that becomes difficult because then you have to say, okay, well, this horse is not going to be in the Derby gate. This is probably his big race to open it up and be forward. Can he move forward here? And then you've got to look at his form and really try to make an argument for this horse can cross the wire first. That can be tricky sometimes.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you look at like upside horses, and I don't think you can get too far behind the 1 and the 3. I mean, there's not that many horses with upside like those 2 horses in here. I mean, I don't think you can go that deep in here.
Or yeah, you have to think that someone's going to just massively run a race that comes out of nowhere and widely improve, which is pretty difficult. I mean, we saw it last week with Lemon Muffin in the Honeybee, which was which is Bobby's pick on here. That 30-1 who was running second in main special weight, still a maiden, then broke out like crazy in a grade 2 and won easy by several lengths. So you have to be anticipating that, and that can be very difficult, especially when you have to find which long shot you think is going to do that, and if it's going to happen. It can cost you a lot of money trying to find out.
I almost got that $80 horse home in the last race though at Oaklawn last week.
Yeah, that horse had a great angle. I like him. You know, I didn't mention him, I don't think, on here, but I liked him because of the breeding, and there was just a lot of good angles on him with that trainer.
Yep.
I threw him on there.
Good luck, guys. I gotta run. Thanks for the time.
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
we're ending this right now anyway, so
yeah,
you guys did great, man. I think
Hey, thanks
it's a
again for
pretty tough card.
letting me be involved. I'm learning a lot each time. I appreciate your guys' help.
Sure. Do you guys want to end by by handicapping maybe another race like the Big Cap or something? I guess the Big Cap's technically the featured race, grade 1 of the weekend.
All right.
I'd love to listen. I haven't seen it, so I'd love to listen if you don't mind.
Sure. I just think it's a good one to talk about. Obviously, we know the race was moved to Sunday from Saturday because Santa Anita doesn't want to run.
Just hold on
Saturday,
to it
so.
and don't do anything. Okay.
Do you have that form, Gabe? I think it's on Sunday for Santa Anita.
Yeah. Wait, Sunday?
Yeah, they've got moved, remember? Because of the Saturday card races got moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it on the Saturday form?
I don't know. You'd have to venture a guess, maybe. Still, I don't know if it got removed or moved. You can check.
Please. Let's see. Shoot. Oh, forgive me. It's going to be. Oh, here it is. I hope this is it.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess they drew a card for Monday today too. Santa Anita's kind of all fucked up for the weekend. So I'm sorry. I apologize if any of you guys.
I don't
are
even
playing.
have that form.
Yeah.
I have a different kind of form. I mean, we could use this other form that I got.
We can use anything. Just talk about the entries. It's just
Yeah,
you know,
just
it
to
is. I
talk
guess
about it.
I guess it is the highlighted grade one, and I guess we do want to give it some attention. But it's tough when Santa Anita kind of threw a bunch of curveballs this weekend for horse players because
Something fucking wrong with man.
No, there isn't.
there's races moving and stuff.
Oh shoot. Oh, that's for 3-2 also. Wait. This moving things to Sunday got me all messed up.
It messed up every horse player. It really is. I apologize to anyone if you intended to play Santa Anita this weekend because I know it makes it very unappealing and hard to play.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna do something.
Sure.
Take me 30 seconds. I'll get it. It'll be Briz though.
Sure. Well, we can look at the Briz.
I like Briz. Is Bobby still here? Or did he leave? Is it just us three?
No. He's here. Sunshine State's here.
Bobby. He's still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry, I was.
Oh no. You've been very good, man. I'm glad. I hope you become a regular on this. I'm glad you're
Yeah,
here.
He's out winning money, aren't you,
You're on
Bobby?
the East Coast, you guys are on the West. It's like almost
Well,
10 o'clock.
we could do these earlier or later. What works for you?
Yeah, we'll figure it out in the next one. Me and you chat, so.
Yeah.
But no, it's just fun, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I always think it's better to have, some extra eyes on there.
Yeah.
Everything's working so damn slow. And page unresponsive. Wait, what is this telling me? Are the PPs even ready? Okay, hold on. Yeah, they are. Okay. And then I gotta. Oh, Ruby Nell's running on Sunday.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh, Azacardi's got a horse. Oh. All right. What race is that? Who's in that race? I don't even know who's in the race. Oh, Newgate? Is it the race with Newgate? Are you there? Anybody?
I'm here. I don't have.
Yeah. Newgate, New Grange, Reincarnate. Sorry, I was muted. Newgate, New Grange, Reincarnate.
Right.
That group.
Hold on. It's going to say, wait, stop presenting just for a second. And then I got to do this. Okay, you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Giddy up, Gabe. Work well done.
There we go. Reincarnate. Do we like it all?
One thing I will say is Bob Baffert did something very sneaky here. If you notice, this race, unlike its predecessor, is carded for 1.25 miles. The last one was 1.125 miles. Baffert entered Reincarnate here, I believe, to soften up New Grange for Newgate. So Reincarnate's kind of a rabbit, I think. He's New Grange through the outside. I think Reincarnate's going to go and try to soften up New Grange, so Newgate can come and pick up the pieces, because I think Baffert knows that Newgate's better at 1.25 miles than New Grange probably. So he's trying to turn the tables here.
Will we get 4-1 on Newgate?
The way I look at this race is I look at it as it's between Newgate and New Grange. I really do. I mean, unless you like Salesman, I know a lot of people like him, and he can kind of come back here and pull a little hoodwink on us because he scratched last time. I think it's either Newgate rates Reincarnate or gets the lead because something happens to Reincarnate and wins, or Newgate comes and gets New Grange.
Mr. Santa Anita, your thoughts?
Mr. Santa Anita. Well, I mean, this is my first time looking at the race. I mean, Newgate's in really good form right now. And, when, let's see, who else is in here?
You mean New Grange is in good form?
Newgate,
New Grange.
well, Newgate also, he's in good form.
Well, he ran second off of a layoff, then he ran second again, second off a layoff. So does he like this distance more? Does he improve? Because he already lost to New Grange.
Yeah, it's all about who's going to like the distance, right?
Yeah, I don't know how many of these horses do. I know Reincarnate can go the distance. That's the problem. Bafford's going to send this horse, and he's going to try to set it up for Newgate and flip the tables on New Grange. Because New Grange, I don't think the horse is the best. Maybe necessarily at a mile and a quarter. I think that's a little long for him.
What's Brad Cox doing bringing this Highland Falls over here?
Yeah, this is a weird one for me. I kind of toss this horse, but maybe a defensive use if I use New Grange, Newgate, and Highland Falls. If you actually look at something, Brad Cox is on Formulator. If you look at his stats shipping out to Santa Anita, they're not good at all. It's a very different track the way it plays. He sent something out on an opening day, if you remember, and the horse ran nowhere. I think it was a filly. So I'd be weary of Cox shippers. People I think might gravitate towards that one. It takes money. It's got to step up in class. And it's got to obviously do that on the West Coast. So I'd be cautious of using it at any short price.
Look at Mandela bringing in a horse that won on a mile and 5/8. 7-year-old horse.
Salesman is the tricky horse because he's a really good morning horse. He works well in the morning. Obviously, he's a worker horse. Doesn't always translate that into the races. He scratched last time from that mile and 8 prep race for this with San Pasquale. So I don't know what to think about him. He's definitely a curious one. You could kind of flip a coin and go either way.
You got Pratt wants every inch of that distance.
Well, he's the one we know can
Yeah.
this distance, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Into Mischief going a mile and a quarter? Oh no.
Well, I mean,
it's not my favorite.
Yeah. Merit Sub Senador again, the shipper that was hyped last time. That I was against him last time.
Oh yeah, this horse was hyped.
I was against him in the San Antonio a lot, and he ate money, and I was glad because I bet New Grange that day. I singled New Grange on the pick 6, so I was glad that he took money. I'm not going to give him another shot. I don't think. I don't think he's that good.
I don't know. I might give him another shot. If he gets bet.
And that's
a
why we
race.
love
I
this
want to
game.
see who they're betting. I need to see some action. New Grange ran a mile and a quarter once. Does New Grange want to go a mile and a quarter out of violence?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He ran it once and finished 7th by 12.
He's also in the best form of his life, though.
Yeah, true.
All right, now what's the pace of this race going to be like? Let's see. No real closers in here, right?
Well, I guess Newgate, you can call him a closer.
Newgate?
Yeah.
Not. I mean, he's never more than like 3 lengths off. He's like a stalker.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any.
I'm saying like closer.
That's good because there's not really this track doesn't really favor horses that run like that.
I mean, look at it. This is a weird race because I don't know where all these horses are going to be. Like, I don't know where they're going to be laying. Are they all going to be like? Is it going to be like where they're all within 4 lengths of each other? But that never happens.
I think Reincarnate gets the lead, and Newgate has to play New Grange has to play the break and say either he's going with them or going to sit right off them, which is probably the best move. And then I think Newgate's behind them, and Subsenador is probably behind them somewhere. But
The two bred out of Curlin could run all day. But I don't know. This horse is just so. He's only ran 4 times. I mean, it's a lot to ask.
yeah, Highland Falls steps up in class, and again, I would encourage you to go look at Brad Cox's formulator stats shipping west. They're not very good.
Yeah, and then the 3-horse just broke its maiden 3 races back.
That one was kind of a toss for me.
Definite toss for me too.
So we think it's maybe the new horses and moving on, or maybe the horse that likes to go the distance, Salesman.
Yeah, Salesman could close just having that stamina. Sit back. I've seen Pratt do that a million times.
The Salesman and the new horses, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so it
And
sounds like we're on Newgate, Newgrange.
Mandela's so crafty.
Yeah, it sounds like we're on Newgrange, Newgate, and Salesman.
Yeah, with it.
If the 6 gets bet, if I see the 6 up there paying the same as Newgate in the pick 3s, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean, Michael?
You know he's live. That we see that at Santa Anita a lot of times. They were wrong about him last time though, because that was the case with him last time. But again, if he does it again, maybe you give him one more shot, and if he screws you here, you just kind of quit him forever. But
Michael, you weren't at the track last Sunday.
no, I was not.
But I don't know. Were you weren't even paying attention, right?
No, I was doing other things. I kind of take Sundays off usually, unless we have a horse that runs. I usually take Sundays off. So,
Well,
but
it was the most insane day of caw I've ever seen in the history of my life.
really, yeah,
I'm serious. Caw won every race. It wasn't even caw. It was also like horses that figured were like mysteriously not getting bet at all. And I'm not even after the fact. Like there was this horse I liked with Mike Smith. He ran second to Sierra Leone. He was like 9-5 on the morning line. He's third choice in the pick 3. Considerable third choice of the pick 3. Paying like $80 while the 5's paying $50. And guess what? The Mike Smith horse runs dead last, and the horse that gets lowest bet on the pick 3 wins by 2 lengths with Rispoli, also getting cawed. And the horse got bet down from 7-1 to 7-2 in one race. It was the insane call. It was all day call. All you had to do was call.
Unfortunate problem with Santa Anita now. It really makes the track unplayable. It's why it doesn't get a lot of my money, and a lot of my play doesn't go through Santa Anita. It's just
it was driving me crazy because I'm betting like pick 4s and pick 5s, and if I know these horses are going to be dead like this in the board, I wouldn't even use them.
You'd press the other ones. All I saw is
I'm sitting on tickets I know that are dead. Like I'm telling you, I was hanging around Corey and other people, and I'm like, I'm dead in this race. I got no chance. If you're on a 9-5 morning line favorite and he's paying $30 more than other horses in the pick 3, you got no chance. Those horses
usually
never
don't
win.
I've gotten lucky a few times, but you're right. The majority of times, those horses that are big overlays like that usually don't win. But again, sometimes you can get lucky with them. You can get a 9-5 that goes to 6.
That's true. So sometimes,
but it's at Santa Anita, especially, it's fairly rare unless there's a big caw horse that like trips or something. Then.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use in this race, Jack. I guess I'm going to use the 4. I don't like this race, but I'm going to look at who's getting bet. I'm going to look at who's getting bet and then probably play that.
Newgrange will definitely go favorite because he's won the 2 preps for this race and has already beaten Newgate, who will probably be the second choice or whatnot. So I think you can probably assume.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, guys. Well, it was good talking to you, and we'll do this again soon.
Next week.
I feel a lot more confident about my tickets now.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good to talk them over and know what kind of when everyone's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. You know I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks, Gabe. Thanks, everybody. See you guys next week.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Bye.